Do you ever feel like you'll never be good enough? Maybe you need others to make you feel confident. Do you doubt yourself? Do you get nervous when you're talking to others? Do you feel unsure of yourself? Or are you very quiet and timid from time to time? Now in this video, I'm going to show you a proven framework for building rock solid, unshakable confidence from within. And you'll learn how to stop any needy behaviors. So when you're a little baby, you only have 4 needs. The need to feel safe, the need to feel loved, the need to feel connected, and the need to feel significant. And for your whole life, you always have those 4 needs. Now they're not huge, big, crazy needs, right? But many of us would put our hands up and say that we don't have all of those needs met. So when you're a baby, we need to feel safe. We need to feel connected. Now, in fact, when we're born onto this planet, we only have one driving need. I have got to survive. And underneath those needs, there's 2 other needs. I got to find connection and I have to avoid rejection. And we spend our whole entire life trying to find that connection and avoid the rejection. So much so that we create fears around them. And after you get past being a baby, a similar need pops up. The need to be celebrated. But what does that mean? These are the things like needing your mum or your dad to turn up at school and go, good job. Needing your parents to turn up and watch you in the school play or when you play some sporting event or your first game or anything like that. It's also the needing to be praised, needing someone to say, hey, you're a great kid, or you're a good person, or you're a good boy, or you're a good girl. Or needing someone to say, I am proud of you. Now, as we get older, a couple more needs start to arise, which are to be seen, to be heard, and needing to feel like you're enough. So they're all of the needs. They're not a big, huge deal, right? But what is a huge deal is what happens when these needs are not met. And for many of us, they're not met, and only 2 things happen. The first is we give up the need. We start saying things like, I'm never gonna matter, I'm never gonna find love, I'm never gonna get promoted, I'm gonna just stay in this house with all of my 7 cats for the rest of my life. And so many of us give our needs up. It's so very common. And the other thing we do is we give them away. We say Netflix is going to meet this need, food is going to meet this need, and shopping or buying expensive shit is going to beat this need over here. Or I'm going to find someone out there. We might settle and go, oh, you'll do. I'm getting old, finding someone else is gonna sound like it's too hard and it's too much effort. And this can be done unconsciously too. So we don't even realize we're settling. We're just unconsciously going, I don't wanna have to deal with that. So I'm gonna settle with this person. And we find someone and we give them all of our needs. We say, here, fulfill these for me. And this happens everywhere in relationships, and you become needy because you can't meet your own needs. When you give your needs out or away and you give them to someone else, you put them into their hands, you become needy. So what do you do if your needs are not met and that you have maybe given them up or you've given them away to someone else? Well, lucky for you, there is a third option, and I'm going to take you through option 3 here now. Now, option 3 is meeting your own needs. Sounds simple, right? Because it's not anyone else's job to make you happy or feel worthy, to feel good enough, or even to make you feel orgasmic. It's your job to meet your own needs. And we don't meet our own needs because we don't understand that the thoughts come first. So, first you think a thought, then you have a feeling. Then you act a certain way from that feeling. A thought, a feeling, a behavior. For example, we have a thought, I don't feel enough. And if you start your day with, I don't feel enough, I'm going to get a feeling which is not a good one. I'm gonna feel sad, I'm gonna feel angry, I'm gonna feel defensive, I'm gonna feel hopeless, I'm gonna feel helpless, and I'm not going to be feeling very positive. Now, because I'm feeling that, I'm going to do some kind of behavior from that, which could be going out and eating lots of cakes or drinking lots of alcohol or acting out or crying or being super defensive because of that thought that I don't feel enough. So we have a thought, we have a feeling, and we have an action. And all you have to do is change the thought, but we're so busy trying to change the feelings or trying to change the actions. But if you change your thoughts, you change your story, and you can change everything else. Now, if I wake up every day and I think that I am not good enough, I am not enough. I don't matter, I'm not significant, and I can't stop eating sugar. I'm incapable of giving up alcohol. I need drugs just to get me through the day. Whatever I am thinking, I'm going straight into the feeling, because in this sense, the thought comes first. Now, on a day-to-day level, thoughts come in front of the feelings. You can't get a feeling like being terrified of dogs unless you first think of the thought of being terrified of dogs. Now, I think a thought, I feel a feeling, and if my thought is I'm not enough, my feeling is sad, helpless, hopeless, desperate, pointless, depressed, anxious, angry, irritated, pissed off. Pretty much you can take the pick of those feelings, right? And now I get to go from the feeling to a behavior because of the thought that where we started. So why don't we just change the thought? It's like a ladder, thought, feeling, action, and it generally goes straight back to the thought and its cycle continues. So it takes a different thought to get a different behavior. Sounds quite simple, but so many people don't understand that. So if you say to yourself, I am enough, you might think it's not true, but who cares? Your mind doesn't know, and it doesn't care what you tell it. It doesn't care what you say, if it's good or bad, true or false, useful, or if it's utterly useless. It doesn't care. Your thoughts are just a blueprint that your mind and your body are trying to work to make real for you. You see, your mind's job is to make your thoughts real. It's really cool when you actually understand this. My mind's job is to make my thoughts real. Absolutely. So what's your job then? Your job is to make your mind's job easier by thinking better thoughts. So if you think that you're not enough, your mind is making that real for you. If you think you are enough, you're going to think a different thought. Now, if I'm enough is the thought, what's the feeling attached to that? Well, they're going to be good feelings, right? I feel positive, I feel confident, I feel brave, I feel able to take on risks, I feel self-assured, I have a level of self-esteem that doesn't come from out there, it comes from in here. And by the way, looking for yourself in any place out there, if you're looking for it any place except in here, it's guaranteed to fail. One of the biggest problems we have is looking for self-esteem out there somewhere else. Looking for our needs to be met out there. It's in here though. So if I think I'm enough, I feel better. And if I feel better, and well, then I take action. I might ask someone out. I might ask for a promotion. I might start to monetize some ideas. I take action, I take risks, all because I think a different thought. So you have got to own your thoughts, and you've got to be the CEO of your own thoughts, and you have to run your mind, otherwise your mind is going to run you. You don't work for your mind works for you. And when you can start to communicate with your thoughts, your life changes dramatically. But one of the reasons these needs are never met is because we don't understand how to communicate with ourselves. We talk a lot about wishing, hoping, or trying. Wishing is just very wishy-washy as it sounds, and hoping just says that we'll go on hoping because we'll probably never be able to reach that place or pull that thing off anyway. So let's just hope that it happens. But when you can learn to communicate with yourself and get that connection between your conscious and your unconscious mind, your life is going to be entirely different. And I'm going to show you something. But first, I'm just going to show you how your mind makes your thoughts even real, even if you don't believe them to be true. I want you to just think about having half a lemon in your hand, and just close your eyes, and I want you to imagine you're eating that lemon. You can taste how sour it is. You can taste the texture. You know, you might like lemon, so it might taste good. The citrus might be sour, whatever it is. And you can taste it. Your mouth probably starts to water a little bit. The saliva is there, and you're just eating that lemon. And you can open your eyes and come back. And so I'm sure it probably felt like you were eating that lemon. So if you can think about a lemon, that's it, just think about it and make it so real that it feels like you're eating it. What else do you think your mind can think about and you can make real for you? You have got to think about these needs that you want to meet and decide that you can meet them for yourself. You've got to decide that you are confident, that you have self-assurance, that you believe in yourself. 80% of success is mindset. If you're busy trying to make something work and pull something off without the mindset of I'm worth it or I deserve it, I can have it, then it doesn't work. To have what you want, you need 3 things. You need to know your worth. You need to know what it looks like, and you need to go out and get it. But going out and getting it and knowing what it looks like without knowing your worth, that doesn't work, because your self-worth is directly linked to your net worth. So I'm going to take you through a short meditation, and it's really, really simple, but it might just change your entire life. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to take 2 fingers and you're going to place them between your eyes, and you're going to take your other hand and place it just on the back of your head like this. It may sound strange, but just trust me and just roll with it. So close your eyes, and I'm going to tell you what to say, so you don't have to think about anything. All you have to do is just listen to my voice and follow along. So put your hands on your eyes and on the back of your head, and close your eyes, and I want you to repeat after me with unshakable conviction. I want you to say it in your mind if you want to, but out loud is even better, with unshakable conviction. And just repeat after me. I insist on unshakable confidence. I give myself unshakable confidence. I insist on knowing I matter. Every day I remind myself I matter. I am enough. I am significant. I am lovable just the way I am. Now think about what you really want, what you require of yourself. And repeat after me again with unshakable conviction. What I insist on for myself is knowing that I'm lovable. Knowing that I matter. Knowing that I'm worth it. Now think about your unmet needs right now and imagine giving them to yourself. So one more time, with unshakable conviction in your voice, repeat after me. What I insist on for myself. What I give to myself. What I require for myself is knowing I matter. Knowing I'm lovable. Knowing I'm worth it. Now place your hands out in front of you, palms up, and I want you to really feel the feeling of knowing you're enough. Remember, 80% of having what you want is the mindset of knowing you're worth it. So feel that feeling. What does it feel like in your body when you know you're worth it? What does it look like when you walk through the world knowing you're worth love? Knowing you're worth praise, knowing you're worth connection, knowing everything you want. You're worth it all. You deserve it because you're enough. You always have been and you always will be. What does that look like? What does that feel like? What does it sound like? How do you show up in the world when you know that you're enough? And you know you don't need any addictions or diets or workouts or any of those things. You don't need Netflix to cover your feelings. You don't need to shop your feelings. You don't need to eat them or buy them a drink, because you know that you're enough. What does that feel like? And with your eyes still closed, I want you to move your hands like you're erasing, eradicating, eliminating that negative voice. You have the power to get rid of that voice, to get rid of your critical voice, to get rid of the bitch voice that's inside. So just keep moving your hands from side to side, erasing, eradicating, and eliminating for another 15 seconds or so. Erase, eradicate, eliminate the critical voice. Now, put your fingers between your eyes and your other hand, the back of your head again. And I want you to think about something you want. And again, repeat after me. What I require for myself. What I insist on for myself. What I impress upon myself is that I am worth it. I require it. I am ready to give it to myself. Now open your hands again and code in that feeling of knowing that you are worth it, knowing that you matter, knowing that you're enough. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like knowing that you're enough? And while you're coding that fact into you that you are worth it and you deserve everything at the same time. So now just take a nice deep breath in and out, and as you breathe out you can open your eyes and come back into the room. Now come back and listen to this every day. Give yourself everything you need to live a life without addictions, because you are really worth it. So make sure you do this for 30 days. Come back and listen to it every single day. So thank you for watching. Let me know how you go with this, and commit to doing this for the next 30 days, every single day. It doesn't take long, and see how much your life changes. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and look out for the next one that we'll be doing in a week's time. Talk to you soon.